Hi, welcome to Sisterhood Coalition's monthly devotion. If you've been following us this month, we've been talking about idols. And in our Talk It Out session, we talked about all the different things that can be in our lives. But I wanted to read a piece of a chapter to you, Isaiah 46, and this is the Message version. But I wanted to read this to us because even though it's talking about stone and gold figures, I think there's a lot that we can understand how God is not pleased with the idols in our lives that we keep running to. And I think it shows us how serious it is. So I'm going to read some of this and then we can talk about it together. So even like the little subtitle says, "This is serious business, rebels." So it's like, okay, God is seeing us as rebels. So we're already being known as people who rebel against what he's been telling us. And we know that in the 10 Commandments, it says, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." So nothing that takes first priority in your life besides God. So if something is there, then that is an idol. So let's just get reading here. This is verse 1. The god Bel falls down, the god Nebo slumps. The no-god hunks of wood are loaded on mules and have to be hauled off, wearing out the poor mules. Dead weight, burdens, who can bear burdens, hauled off to captivity. Listen to me, family of Jacob, everyone that's left of the family of Israel. I've been carrying you on my back from the day you were born, and I'll keep carrying you when you're old. I'll be there, bearing you when you're old and gray. I've done it, and I'll keep on doing it, carrying you on my back, saving you. So to whom will you compare me? The incomparable. Can you picture me without reducing me? People with a lot of money hired craftsmen to make them gods. The artisan delivers the god and they kneel and worship it. They carry it around in holy parades and take it home and put it on a shelf, and there it sits day in and day out, a dependable god, always right there where you put it. Say anything you want to it, it never talks back. Of course, it never does anything either. Think about this. Wrap your minds around it. This is serious business, rebels. Take it to heart. Remember your history, your long and rich history. I am your God, the only God you've had or will ever have, incomparable, irreplaceable. From the very beginning, telling you what the ending will be. All along, letting you in on what's going to happen, assuring you I'm in this for the long haul. So, he kind of talks about how they're so worthless. They just sit there. They can offer us nothing and they can do nothing. And how we run to these things that can fulfill nothing in us. They have big promises but deliver nothing or very little. So when we're running to God to have our needs met, he is the only one that is able to carry our burdens, to be the infinite and the all-knowing and the ever-present and the God of substance. Who can we compare him with? He's incomparable, so why would we try to replace him? I think he's talking to not only the children of Israel here, the house of Jacob, but to us, because we are now in the family of God. So taking that seriously, and saying, like, you're rebels, just calling us out for what we're doing. And then also how faithful he still is in this section that I read. I will keep carrying your burdens. I will keep bearing you when you're old and gray. I'll keep saving you and carrying you on my back. And it's like, oh man, we're so unfaithful. But God keeps saying, I'm the only God you've had or will ever have. I'm in this for the long haul. I'm letting you know what's going to happen. Like, he's still so faithful to us, even when we are so unfaithful, and run to so many other things but him. And I think that the reason we do this is because it's easier than dealing with a heart issue. It's easier to buy the new shirt, to go drink a glass of wine, to go do whatever that is, than to go to God and humble ourselves and understand that there's a heart issue that needs dealt with. I think sometimes it's easier just to run off to the stores, run off to a person than it is to run to God. But let me just tell you that, like, in this last year, I have understood more of the faithfulness of God than I ever have, and how we don't need those things and they will not fulfill us. And God knows that they're not going to fulfill us. And He can fulfill anything we need, whether that's our worth, whether that's, whatever the struggle is. God can be those things if you allow Him to be those things. If it's loneliness, He can be a very physical presence for you even. There's times where I've laid in bed, like, Lord, I need to know that you're near, and just feel like a warm blanket of peace come over me. There's nothing that He can't do. And I think we put Him in a box and we say, well, I pray and I don't really see anything happen, or whatever, but you have to keep pressing into God. He is there even when we don't feel Him, even when we want to run to our comforts, our comforters. God can be whatever we need Him to be for us. And I think that we don't take that seriously enough. I think we just think that's for Sunday. It doesn't really have any effect on my daily life, my spirit. He can heal. He is our healer. He is our counselor. He is our provider. Whatever you need provided for, He can provide that. Whatever you are in need for, He can fulfill that. And I don't think we're giving God enough credit. And even in all of our wandering, and our constant grabbing for different things that we see that are quick fixes, He sits there next to us, says, I'm right here. I can help you with that. I can fix that. I can be there with you for that. I can minister to you about that. I can talk to you about that. So let's not be the people that just say, yeah, I'm a Christian, but run to our vanities. Let's be someone who is a daughter of the King, who says, I need something. I need to go to the King. I need something. I need to go to my dad and ask Him for it. And God says He gives us good gifts, and He wants to give us good gifts. He wants to hear from us. He tells us, tell me all about it. Cast your cares on me. Tell me about your anxieties. Whatever you need from me. Like, I'm your Father. I want to give you good gifts. I love you. So that is my, as some of us have been fasting too, go to the Lord when you need something, because He's ready and He's willing. And we're never going to get past our heart issue when we're grabbing for other things that aren't God. So that's my challenge to you. When you feel that, I need to go buy that new shirt. I need to go grab that glass of wine. I need to call that friend and gossip for 6 hours with. I think, what do I really need, and what can God be for me right now? What do I need God to be for me right now? And He can be that for you. I hope that you found a little encouragement today. And it's not an easy thing. It's so easy just to grab for those conveniences. But let's be people of faith. Let's know that our God can do big things and awesome things. I hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.